Hello, welcome to 90 Days of Becoming a Colorist. And today we're going to be editing this outdoor. I'm going to be showing you how I edit my outdoor. And my name still remains Cinematic Great. So, these are footages a S-Log 3 shot with Sony camera. So, we're going to be doing something different from what we've been doing before. So this is our note. Create another note. There are so many ways of the kind of converting this S log, your log footage into a Red 709. Most people for them they prefer going to lots, then go to Sony, then use these lots and do their conversion, then they start doing their balancing and so on and so forth. But one thing I dislike about using this process is that it's not really going to give you that kind of feel you would want to get. And then another way is using the basic one I taught you guys, which is pulling in your contrast. And we're going to be using that. We still have other ways like using your CST, which is color space transform. Then you come here, select Sony, S-Log gamut, then select Sony also for our input gamma. You select. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to provide the information to DaVinci Resolve so that it will be able to give us the accurate Res 709 conversion. Then you come to gamma, output gamma. So we are converting it in, we are trying to tell the camera, we are trying to lay in the camera log, letting the DaVinci Resolve know that this was shot in S log gamma scene, and our input gamma 2 was shot in S log 3. So we are trying to know the output by imputing it, letting it know that it was, we are converting it to Red 709. Then our output gamma is going to be 2.4, gamma 2.4. So like, can you compare the difference like between this and this? Are you seeing the difference? Like a whole lot of difference, a whole lot. So I'm going to clear this. Then you can still convert this Res 709 to S log 2. That is if your other camera was shot in, you shot it in S log 2, you can still convert it. So you can see this is not bad. This is you can see it S log 3 gamut to scene. So these are the processes. This is not bad. This is okay for conversion. Then I can still use this process if I want, but in order to still stay at that range of the basics, let's still make use of our contrast. Because why? The reason is because what if you are in that situation where you are to grade red 709 footage that was not shot in log? How are you going to do it? So what you're going to do, skip one. This one we're skipping in case we are going to do any adjustments. You can maybe after grade you can just adjust it here. So create another node, then you can start with contrast or you can start with offset. So let's go to waveform, then reduce your offset. Still take a look at our waveform, whether we are crushing the black. If you go way down like this, as you can see, look at the black side, the dark side, you're already crushing. So you should take note of that. So something like crank it down a bit. Then we are going to compare between this and that CST. Let's see which of the method that is going to give us the best look. So crank it down a bit, then increase this. Sorry, my bad. We're supposed to do it on color wheel, not on log. So increase this a bit. Take a look at the scope. You can see once I increase my gain, you see the level is rising. So increase it a bit. Increase this too a bit. Then take down the shadow, not too much, so that will not crush the black. Just a bit. That's what you can do. Okay, something like this. So the next one now, we're going to do our contrast. Still try to maintain the black in order not to crush it. Then use our pivot to balance it. Then create another node. Then saturation. So this is the result. So let's compare it with CST. So drop your CST, color space transform at effects, then Sony, S-Log 3, then Res 709, then Gamma 2.4. So guys, take a look at this. Which one do you prefer? This is the one we did using our contrast, offset, and this is CST, color space transform. You can see that the color space transform is way better. If you can kind of get used to this, you'll be able to get more results. I think I prefer this. So CST is another advanced way of converting your log footage to Res 709. So should we go with this? For me, in my own opinion, let's go with CST. So you've seen the comparison, and at least you can judge by yourself. So how I edit my outdoor, first of all, after converting, then let's start breaking down by creating another node, which we just did. Contrast, contrast, balance it with as usual. So this is before and after for our contrast. Then create another node. So we are going to balance the temperature. That's white balance. Remember our previous method. Go to window, select circle, then step it down to match the face, like the forehead. I prefer the forehead because it gives me this accurate results. Then go to waveform, go to scope, select vector scope, then highlight. Let's still reduce it so that we'll make sure that we are selecting only the skin. Then you can see the line of the skin almost touching. So you have to crank it a bit, take it down, take your temperature down, then reset. So fit. So this is before and after. So in my own opinion, I think we should reduce the tint. Let's say 30. Then reduce the temperature, pulling it to the warm side. Something like this. So this is before. So this is our before and after. So we are heading somewhere. So one of the major thing I do at this point is I do what I call separation, color separation. So this is it. Then go to color, go to color, then presets, green. Because of the background, I want to select just the green background. So go to highlight to check it. Check it in order to see the selection. So I'm going to widen my selection, then move it a little bit to make sure I'm selecting the green. I don't want to select blue, I don't want to include blue in this selection. So let me see. Just need to play with it. Um, let's get more things, more colors. Not let's get more colors. More especially the green fade. So this is it for the green. Then I have to blur the noise. That's too much, okay? Nice. So I want to increase the saturation of the green. Then go to my curve, go to hue versus sat. The selection is already on the green. So we can just select our green, select those colors, then identify our green. Watch if you take it up, I just need anything. So I'm going to step it down a bit. So this is before and after. Let me still increase our selection. Step it down a bit. Then I'm going to create another node. Then this time I'm going to use our HSL qualifier. Just drop it on the blue because I want to work on the sky. The cloth is visible because the cloth is blue. So the best thing to do is once you're done selecting the sky, you can just use your window to highlight the sky. You can use window to highlight the sky. Then fade it. So you go to track, and you track. Just the sky. This is becoming longer. This is becoming longer, but trust me, it's worth your time. You're just going to allow it to render. You're going to allow it to render. Then as you can see, it's done. So remove the highlights. Let's take it closer to this point. So this is my sky. And remember, I can decide to create. I think I should, at this point, let me create, let me create a parallel node that is going to, I don't want to confuse you guys. I don't want to confuse you guys. So at this point, I'm going to pull in my offsets towards, are you seeing anything? Look at the sky. I'm not going to do too much. Just a bit. Just a bit. Just a bit. That's fine. Then for this also, just a bit. Happiness. So I'm not going to do too much. You have to reset. I don't want to do it too much so that it will not be looking artificial. So just pull it slightly down and down. So that's fine. So this is before and after. So this is before. Can you see how the sky is? Then this is after. See the after. So thank you for staying up to this time. I don't want to make the video to be so long. So I'm going to be dropping the day 7, which is the part that I'm going to touch the clothes and properly separate her from the background. So you can subscribe, like, comment, and share. And stay tuned for more. Bye.